So friends, I'm going to teach you the advanced data management technology. It is nothing but what I can say a part of advanced database management, advanced database, but it is not actually advanced database. What I can say, the advanced data management technology is combinedly the advanced database plus distributed database, and the part of data mining is also covered in your syllabus. So those part I'm going to cover. We'll talk about the examination scheme first, and then we'll move on. Right. So already you are having my ID, my email ID mangesh.valpande@fmd.ac.in. So if you are requiring any help or contact, then you can contact here. So the syllabus scheme is like this. The course code is ITC 503. The course name is Advanced Data Management Technology. There are 4 lectures are given, right? But due to this epidemic, it is reduced to 3. So let's see and let's hope that it will get sorted out as early as possible. So and this is the examination scheme. You can see for test 1. For test 1, it is test of 20 marks, second test of 20 marks, and average will be for 20 marks. Then it is having an 80 marks end semester exam, okay, and total is 100 marks. There are some course objectives that also I will discuss, because keeping in view the NAC and NBA, you should know the course objective. That's why I am discussing the course objectives also. The first course objective is to introduce the advanced concept of transaction management and recovery technique. This is nothing but the first module. I can say the transaction management and recovery is the first module. So to introduce the advanced concept of transaction management and recovery, that is nothing but my CO number 1, the course objective number 1. Then to impart the knowledge related to query processing, query optimization as the phases of database management system. This is the course objective number 2. Then I am having the course objective number 3, to introduce the concept of advanced access control. Right. Now, what do you mean by the access control? These I am going to cover in the syllabus. There you will have a clear idea what do you mean by control, the access control, and the discretionary methods. This is my course objective number 3. Then course objective number 4, to introduce the advanced database like distributed database. As I have told you, it is a in your syllabus there are 2 modules based on advanced database, there are 2 modules based on distributed database, and there are 2 modules which are based on the data mining, the concept of data mining. So here the later on I am having the next course objective to overview the emerging data models like temporal data model and the spatial databases, right? Then to create the awareness about the enterprise and to analyze the large amount of data created by data warehouse. As I have told you, the last 2 modules are based on data warehouse and data mining only, right? So this is the course objectives. Likewise, I am having a course outcomes. In course outcomes, whatever the transactions and asset properties are there, we should be able to explain. You should, the student means you people should be able to explain and understand the concept of transaction and asset properties. Now what do you mean by transaction and what do you mean by these asset properties? Again, I will be clearing this when we'll be starting with the actual syllabus. Then I need to measure the cost of the query. So the second course outcome is measure the query cost and design alternative efficiency path for the query execution. The third one, the course outcome number 3, to apply sophisticated access protocol related to the third course objective. Then I am having the course outcome number 4, to implement the alternate models like distributed database and design the applications using the models like spatial databases. Number 5, course outcome number 5 related to course objective number 5, organize the strategic data enterprise and build the data warehouse. As I have told you, this is nothing but the uh, course outcome related to your module number 5. And lastly, which is related to the OLAP operations, that is nothing but your course outcome number 6. Okay, so this is all related to your, what I can say, the examination scheme, the course outcomes and course objectives. Okay, now So here you can see the first module is query processing. Are you able to see? Well, now you are able to see, I hope so. Right. So query processing is nothing but what I can say in the module number one is query processing. But before module number one, you can see there is a module which is called as prerequisites. And in prerequisites, you can see I am having the basic concepts of relational database and the SQL concepts. Means you should know the basic. You should know the basics of relational algebra. You should know the basics of relational algebra as well as SQL. So you people have already studied the database. That's why you should know this. But anyhow, I am going to revise it. So there you will have very clear idea. Okay. There. The model number one is query processing and optimization. Here we are going to see you people already know how to write the query, but here we are going to see how the query is processed by your computer. How the query is processed by your computer and how the query is to be optimized. That we are going to see in this particular module number one. Then I am having model number two. In model number two, we are going to discuss the transaction management and concurrency control. So what do you mean by transaction? What do you mean by asset properties? What do you mean by concurrent executions? What do you mean by recoverability? All this we are going to see in transaction management. Later on, here we are having the concurrency control. So like the timestamp based deadlock handling or log based recovery systems. Though that we are going to see in in this part of the second module. Then I am having the third module. You can see these two modules, module number one and module number two, are nothing but the what I can say the part of the advanced database. Right? When in the old syllabus of Mumbai University, before you people are in the new syllabus. So before that, there was these two syllabus in the was from the old syllabus, advanced database. Then I am having the advanced data management technology. Here we are having the study of access protocols and discretionary access control. So whenever we are designing a database, which particular user should have which access, that will be taken care, and that we are going to study in the third module. Then I am having the model number 4. This model number 4 is nothing but the distributed database. Right. So database you already know, but what do you mean by distributed database and which are the different parameters are there, that we are going to study in this distributed databases. Okay. Then and you can see the last two modules are the data warehousing and the ETL process, right? ETL functions and the other parameters. So these two modules, the fifth module is related to data warehousing and dimensional modeling and OLAP. Particularly I can say module number 5 is related to OLAP and module number 6 is related to ETL. Okay. So what do you mean by this OLAP and what do you mean by this ETL? That we are going to study in great detail. Don't worry. Right. So this is about what I can say the detailed syllabus of the advanced data management technology. We are going to start with the prerequisites. So now the time permit, we will be starting with the prerequisites. Okay.